This man says he advised my mom to file a restraining order against me. I'm the only person looking out for her welfare. I'm her power of attorney, and I'm the executor of that house that we live in.
Okay.
This guy said he's giving my mom advice on how to get me out of the house without any background information. I told him my mom suffers from dementia and delusions.
Okay.
Yet and still he ventures to forward this idea of trying to separate me and my mom. I'm her only child.
Okay.
I'm the only one looking out for her.
Okay.
She's the only reason she's alive today.
You say you have a power of attorney?
That's right.
Okay.
And I'm the executor of that. She gave me that house. That house, I've been living there since 1960.
Okay. What address we're talking about?
3018 West 76th Street.
Okay.
Seems like every other month or so, the cops are running to my house trying to disrupt my family.
Okay.
There should be I'd like to get to the bottom of what this agenda is all about, because it's not based on truth. And what I'm saying is that even though these officers are going to come back and say, well, we were just doing our job, but I've got proof that they lied about aspects of this job that they claimed that they were doing.
Okay.
So
Here's generally how it works. If you would normally talk to your mother, would she be able to sustain a normal conversation with somebody? You say you suffer from dementia, but sometimes people that are in that capacity can still, you would know unless you start digging into it, talking to them, you start realizing that she can't remember certain things and things of that nature. Can she do that?
she becomes delusional at times.
Right, but can she?
Anyway,
can she hold a normal conversation without anybody suspecting that there's anything wrong with her?
No, everybody that I've talked to that's close to her, that really.
I'm not talking about people that are close to her.
No, we need to talk about people that are close to her because they know what's going on.
Okay.
And like people like the police are third parties coming in without any background information.
Okay.
But the people that know her will attest to what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, so what's your first name?
My name is Ray Brown.
Okay, Ray. What can I help you with, Ray?
I'm trying to get to the bottom of why these policemen are coming over trying to disrupt my family all the time. Okay. Why this guy's trying to suggest restraining orders to my mom, knowing that she suffers from dementia and delusions.
Okay.
And
well, here's what I can tell you. If people call, whether it's your mother or whether it's your neighbors, because there's a disturbance at the house, we have a duty and obligation to come out and investigate it.
I understand.
All right. And I'm talking, and I understand that the people that are close to her will probably understand and realize that she may not have all of her capacity and she may get delusional. But for third parties, like you say, when we don't have any background information, we may come out, if she calls over here and asks a question about what she needs to do in order to alleviate this problem, we are going to give this advice to anybody that asks the question, absent of any indication that there's anything wrong with these people. You follow me?
I understand that.
So if she calls and she sounds fine, like you're talking to me now, and she says, well, I got a problem with my son, I need to get him out of the house, we're going to give him that advice to get a temporary restraining order.
Okay, well, that's a sufficient excuse to be pondered for this guy. But in terms of the cops that were there yesterday,
it's not an excuse. It's
I'm just saying, in terms of the cops that were there yesterday, when they arrived on the scene, I briefed them on the situation. They carried on like they didn't even hear me. So that's what I'm talking about. They lied about the aspect of their job. It's the moment they got there.
I'm not familiar with the information in the call yesterday.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is that when they got there, I told them that I told the girl who got
Which
there.
girl?
I don't know. There was a girl that came there, and I told her that.
A woman or a girl?
A woman,
okay.
In a policeman's uniform.
Okay.
When she got there, she said that she received a call. And I said it was probably from my mom. She suffers from delusions and from dementia. And that's where the fraud came in, because she acted like she didn't care that I told her that all she seemed to she seemed to.
What did she say as far as what you needed to do? What did she say that you needed to do to verify her well-being?
She didn't seem like she wanted. Well, she said, "Well, just let me talk to her," and I said, "Fine."
Okay.
And I did that, and then.
Well, let me give you an example here. let's say we get a call, somebody calls and says, hey, I'm having problems with somebody else in my house, not necessarily yours. We get there and the other person comes to them and goes, it's fine. And the person ends up being dead in the house. We have a duty and obligation to make sure that your mom is all right. If she calls, whether she's got dementia or not, we still have a duty and responsibility to make sure that she's well taken care of,
Okay.
and that there's nothing physically wrong with her. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but I called after they left.
Okay.
I made a call
Okay.
and told them to come back because I wanted to report the officers' misconduct,
Okay.
and they wouldn't help me at all. So
Who came out?
I don't know. I think that guy there was a guy that just walked in just now. He's one that came. He came out, and I didn't get the same treatment.
What-
They didn't act like they. I mean, you said that it was your duty to care
Right.
for my mom because she called.
So why'd you call out?
But
why'd
when
you
I
call
called,
the second time?
I just told you because of the improprieties of your police officers and the misconduct.
What misconduct was improprieties?
I told your officer the condition of my mom.
Okay.
Plus, I told her that she's not to deal with public entities because I'm her power of attorney. I'm her spokesperson.
So you're going to imprison her? Because that's what it sounds like.
No, isn't it? How can I imprison her?
If you're going to prohibit her from contact with outside authorities,
No, I didn't
you're
say.
isolating her.
I didn't say that.
But that's what it means.
That's not what it means.
Right?
No, that's not what it means.
That's what it means.
No, it's not. What it means is that you can't talk to her outside of my presence because I'm her spokesperson and her
Says
power
who?
of attorney. Because I've got her power of attorney, she's not capable of making
So
decisions.
she can't speak for herself.
No, she can't.
And that the power of attorney says that. You have it with you?
I can bring it to court whenever we want to talk about, whenever we want to. If
Well,
this,
here's the thing, Mr. Brown. We have a duty and responsibility to talk to her, regardless of her condition. And no
yeah.
power of attorney is not going to stop us from that.
you already said that, but what I'm talking about is, okay, so you're saying that she's entitled to some type of different police action than I am? Because I called and made the same complaint. She called and
You asked them why they came out for, right? And they tell you that they came to check up on your mom and you
No.
don't want to speak to your mom?
I'm talking about when I called.
Okay.
We're talking,
And
you're
what did you call for the second time?
to report your officers.
What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do?
I want them to write up your officers for misconduct,
What misconduct?
for lying, for lying
based
about
on what you told me,
for lying about what they were
Mr.
doing.
Brown, based on what you told me, okay, there is no policy violations. Our officers came out because your mother may have called, and granted, she may have some issues with dementia and delusions and stuff like that, but when she calls 911, we have a duty and responsibility to come out. We're gonna make sure she's fine, and whatever it takes to make sure that she's fine, and we left, didn't we not? There's no violation of any policy or any law, so therefore you really can't make a complaint about that.
You guys aren't supposed to lie about doing your job, right?
Lied about what?
Are you? I'm just asking you, yes or no.
We didn't lie about anything.
I'm just saying, yes or no. Are you supposed to lie or not?
We're being truthful.
I'm just saying, are you? I'm just saying, is it policy, or is there some type of doctrine or
Did you not
police
tell-
code to tell
when
the truth?
female officer showed up, did she not tell you that she was there to talk to your mother?
No, she lied about a lot of different stuff.
Such as what?
About stuff, trying to make excuses. She lied about aspects of her
Such
job.
as what?
She lied and said that I was going to attack her with a hammer.
I wasn't there. I can speak for that. Who said that you were gonna attack her with a hammer?
That's what she said.
The officer?
Yeah.
Were you having anything in your hand at the time?
No,
You sure about that?
I'm not stupid.
I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking.
No,
I'm just asking. Because why would the officer say that?
because she's a liar. So, but my
So
point
she
is,
would make this up.
what I'm saying is that why would she lie?
Why would she make that up?
Well, you're saying you don't believe me?
No, I'm just asking you. Why would she make that up?
Because it's a typical behavior of cops. They can't. They're too
Describe typical behavior of cops.
making excuses, lying, and then because for personal reasons or
How many
whatever.
how many officers were there?
There was 5 or 6 cars in front of my house. So however many officers that accounts for.
Okay.
Westbound, saw me.
But you still haven't told me what the lie is.
She lied and said I was going to attack her with a hammer. She said she came to see if my mother was all right. She saw
Right.
my mother.
Okay.
My mother was all right.
And who
Yet-
did she
yet-
say
yet-
that to, that you supposed were going to attack her with a
She was
hammer?
talking to her backup. She called for
Okay.
backup. She got to my house, saw my mom, called for backup.
Okay.
Why? That's what I want to know.
Were you cooperating with her?
Yeah.
Or were you trying to tell me that she has no right to talk to her?
That's true.
So you were-
I told her I have the power of attorney and that she didn't have the mental capabilities to deal with people.
Okay.
And that I was her power of attorney and the executive of
And
this
that
house.
basically she can't speak, but you speak for her.
I'm just saying, basically, she can talk to her in my presence.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. What does it
Because-
say in the power of attorney that she can't speak to anybody but you or
I'm just-
through you? The only thing a power of attorney does for you, Mr. Brown, is it gives you powers
Well, see, this-
to conduct her business, her financial business, and her medical business, and her treatment. That what it gives you power of. It doesn't prevent you, or it doesn't preclude you from anybody else to talk to your mother if that need be. She just can't make any decisions about her financial financial affairs,
Not
her
a
property, and her medical. That's usually what power of attorneys are. It doesn't mean that she has to go to you, or you have to be present for every conversation.
Yeah, I do, because I'm her guardian.
It doesn't say that.